I love the easy ones. Here you go. You know, they say celebrity deaths come in threes. I'm certainly not anxious to see another. Here, I found some skin under the victim's fingernails. I collected a sample for DNA. I guess Marcel may have gotten a piece of her killer.
What can you tell us about those contusions around his wrists and ankles?
Well, they're definitely consistent with ligature marks. The development of the bruising suggests the victim was restrained ante-mortem. I also noticed a larger contusion on the back of her head, also ante-mortem. She might have been struck from behind. She died of respiratory depression due to alcohol poisoning. It's as though she were tied down and then the alcohol strangled her. Terrible.
But it's possible that all this could have been just a horrible accident, right?
Actually, I don't think it's possible. Respiratory or heart failure usually occurs when one's blood alcohol level is somewhere around 0.4%. Now, most people in relatively good health tend to pass out around 0.3. Marcel's BAC was 0.5%. I don't believe there's any way someone at her age, even as healthy as she seemed to be, could have consumed that much alcohol on her own.
Force-fed alcohol. It's like some fraternity prank gone bad.
Yeah, but it actually reminds me of a serial killer case my boss, when I first started here, used to talk about a lot. What did they call the guy? The Barber Street Boozer.
The Barber Street Boozer. Yeah, wasn't that in the mid-70s? I think 1975. I was a little girl, but I kind of remember people talking about him.
Well, I'm sure it seemed particularly deviant at the time. What was it? 4 Johns trolling for transvestite prostitutes. They wind up dead, all of them force-fed alcohol.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, all 4 of those murders occurred in the same neighborhood as Marcel's Cabaret, and the Barber Street Boozer...
Never got caught. You could have a cold case on your hands.
I'll put in the request for the cold case files on the Barber Street Boozer. It'll be worth it just to see if there are any other similarities between this case and those unsolved.
That's what I live for.
Pills were recovered at the scene were prescribed to Floyd Collister. They're hydramazine. It's a heart medication. So, if we run an extended tox panel and find him in Marcel's system, that'd be positive ID. Water, grain alcohol, and traces of wood esters, tannins, and lactones. Whiskey. And not the cheap stuff.
Yeah? They've all got their rough spots. We'll break it eventually.
We're looking for any sign of the drug, hydramazine.
Hydramazine. It's a heart medication that works to expand the blood vessels. I don't see any evidence that this victim was using it, though.
So that's not Floyd Collister. Just what we need. An impersonator of an impersonator. Oh, good. You're still here.
I just don't feel like being anywhere else right now. This place always felt like home. But now that Marcel's dead, I just don't know.
We're hoping you can help us with a case of mistaken identity.
Oh, what do you mean?
Would you mind coming down to the coroner's office with us?
Sure, I can do that. But you mean it might not be Marcel? I don't understand. But sure, no problem. Whatever you need, I'll come with you right now. That's not... Oh, no. That's not Marcel.
It's not. Do you know who it is, Mr. Beaumont?
But I saw her. I saw her with my own eyes, I'm telling you. But this... Oh, dear God, that's Wally. I can't believe it. That's Wally Beganowski. I mean, misapprehension. What the hell's going on?
Mr. Beaumont, we're so very sorry, and we deeply appreciate your help. I can give you the name of someone if you need someone to talk to right now. And I promise we'll be in touch, okay? Thank you. Well, looks as though Marcel just went from being our victim to being our prime suspect. I'll have Brass track down her home address and put a bolo out on her car. Or rather, his car, since it's still registered under Floyd Collister. While he's covering that, why don't we check out Mr. Beganowski's home, see what we can find there. Love what you've done with the place. Well, certainly defies stereotypes.
Yeah, I can see why you called me for backup. Tough neighborhood.
Las Vegas Crime Lab, freeze! Hands where I can see them, now!
I'm Floyd Collister. Don't shoot, please.
Mr. Collister, we're here investigating the murder of Wallace Beganowski. Can you tell us where you were last night?
I can't talk right now. I forgot them back there. I'm supposed to take them every day.
Riley, could you take Mr. Collister to get his medication? We'll stay and process the scene.
I'm on it.
Riley will call us when she gets back to the station. In the meantime, let's see if Wally or Floyd left behind anything useful. Ah, someone who knows how to use one. That's the cigarette Collister was smoking. Could come in handy if we need his DNA. Time for laundry. My grandmother collected these.